So what I want to talk about today is what could be the ultimate swim bait. It's the shot collar by Fishin Magician Tackle Company. This thing can do so many different things. It's kind of crazy. You can basically call the shots. I'm gonna try and break it down for you guys. We're frozen up here in New Hampshire, so I think we're gonna do a continuous video series just on this bait since there's so much to cover. To try and break down at least what you can do with it as the year goes on, get some swim footage and stuff like that. This thing, you can swap out the lips, the tails, the actual body segments, you can turn it from a 4-piece to a 3-piece to a glide bait. It's got an internal tuning weight system. You can, I think, add up to a full ounce of weight. It can go from a floating bait to a fast sink and anywhere in between. It's gonna run you about, I think it was $325 for the entire bundle. All I got so far was the 4-piece. I shot them at DM on Instagram. Probably the best customer service I've witnessed so far. The guy got back to me super quick. I messaged him about getting the 2 other rear segments. Basically just tell them what you want. They put it on the list. I'll keep you guys posted on how long that takes. I think this specific paint job was done by an outside source, so could take a little longer with that, but I'm in no rush. We're up here in New Hampshire and the water is frozen. It is fairly big, depending on what you consider big. This is the Hinkle. Pretty close. It comes with a shallow lip, deep diving lip, and a waking lip. Also can take the lip out. It's got an insert that will match the body that's weightless, or there's a weighted insert. I'm gonna break this down right in front of the camera so you guys can see exactly what the inside looked like, everything.
I'm gonna break it down.
I tried to figure out how many different combinations, different ways you can fish this. I think I counted up to 54 different ways. I could be wrong. No, not all of those are gonna make sense. You're not gonna wanna fill the thing with weight and then put the wake lip in. That wouldn't make much sense, but maybe it would. I don't know. We'll have to see when like I said, when the ice melts. It's an expensive bait, but it feels and looks like an expensive bait.
54 different ways.
All I can do now is tell you what it does. I'm not able to fish it right now. That'll come later. I'm sure other guys down south and on the west coast will be putting fish in the boat a lot sooner than me. Fishin Magician Tackle Company, their Instagram page, you can find a lot of information on there. They have some cool swim videos and like what it does in the tank with the different weights and stuff, so you can get a lot more information on their page, so check that out. Got the shock collar and trout here. I think this is the dark trout. So this is where you disassemble the bait. There's a screw on the bottom. It'll come with the Allen wrench that's needed. It's a pretty long screw. Give it a couple turns and then just you can untwist it with your fingers. And it'll just come right apart, and you can see the 2 slots. It's got a 6mm and a 7mm hole for the 2 different size weights. There's 4 weights. 2 of them are 7mm, the other 2 are 6mm. The top hole has the screw inside of it where you will that's what you will take out to remove the lip or to change the lip. You'll know not to mix them up because one's a lot shorter than the other. So the longer one is for the body, the shorter one is for the lip insert. Once you get that out, you can use the Allen wrench to just kind of push out well, if there's a lip in there, it'll come out easy. But if there's an insert in there, you can use the Allen wrench to pop that loose. So that would be your waking lip. That would be your deep diver. And then that would be the shallow crank. So let's put this one in. Just use the Allen wrench, screw it back down, pretty simple. You gotta make sure the lip goes in a certain way. There's like an angle to the hole, so you gotta make sure it's a certain way. You can't have it one way or the other. Everything on this bait, it's like a snug fit, so you don't want to over tighten anything. You can start putting the weights. You don't have to put them all in. You can kind of just play with it, see what works for you, how deep you want it to go. So you want the round, when you put in the 7mm weights, you want the round end in, and then the second one, you want the flat end in so the round end sticks out. I believe what they say is the joint rides on that round end and gives it a specific glide, like a nice smooth glide. Just pop that screw back in, tighten it up, you're good to go. I believe this bait is anywhere from 4 1/4 to 5 1/4 ounces, depending on what weights you have in it and what body segments you decide to go with. Can't forget to mention these swiveling hook hangers. Always a big fan of that, and these are probably the most rugged ones I've seen yet, so that's awesome. Also, these fins you see right here, I'm a big fan of these. A lot of baits now have like rubber fins there, and an issue I've been having at least is the treble hook will get caught up on that fin, and it'll kind of ruin a cast. You have to reel it back in and unhook it, but these are hard, so that the hooks don't really stick to them all that great. So there's so much that comes with this bait. I want to keep everything in one spot. I don't want to be losing anything. So I got these cool wraps from fall of '74. So I plan on just keeping everything in this nice little wrap. So if I ever need anything, just go in there, take what I need, swap it out, put everything back in. He offers a bunch of different styles. Check him out on Instagram, fall of '74. Great quality wraps. So I'll leave you guys with this little chart that goes over the weight system. But other than that, so far super happy with the bait. Obviously haven't fished it yet, so I think there'll be a lot more to come. Like I said, head over to the Fishin Magician Instagram page. There's a lot more information on there in the meantime. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, comment. It's all appreciated.